gentleman behind you, this will be the last one. Sir, right here.
Oh, I can get to it, sure.
Let me tell you, my phone rings off the hook. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I don't want political office. I don't want political office. I am sick and tired of being lied to, being cheated. Now, I won't run for office, period. But somebody has got to step forward and say, I've had enough. My property taxes. I live on the wrong side of Walton Way. Does anybody want to take a guess what it costs me a week to live in the city of Augusta? Take a guess. 1 week. What does it cost me a week to live in the city of Augusta? It takes $100 every week for me to live in the city of Augusta. That means my property taxes are $5,200 to live in the city of Augusta. What's wrong with this picture? And I'm taxed at a higher rate because where I live. What's wrong with that picture? Let's get started here. Let's roll. Look here. What are we facing? Right now we're facing an $8.6 million deficit. $8.6 million. Let me do the math for you. Kathy, right? You're pretty smart. How many $10,000 are there in $100,000? 10. And how many $100,000 are there in $1 million? 10. 10, exactly. Very good. Now, when we look at this, we look at $1 million. If we lose $10,000 here, we lose $10,000 there. Pretty quick, guess what? We have $100,000. And before we bet our eyes again, we got $1 million. Joe said it right. People are sitting around right. We're not being physically responsible. We're not thinking about what we're doing. Number 2, we are here because we need to have a productive government that works for the people and represents the community as a whole. We also have a lot of talented people in the city. That's all right. My friend talked about the study. Was that you? Oh, yeah. The drag strip study. $25,000 for a drag strip study that was not worth the paper it was written on. I got a group of citizens together. We broke the drag strip study down to the nuts and bolts, and guess what? It was a fraud. It was a lie. It was steered information. And I tried to call Frost and Associates to get them to refund our money. They threatened me with a lawsuit. I tried to get the commissioners to do something about this $25,000 we spent. But remember, Kathy, there's $10,000, there's $20,000, there's $25,000. That's a good jump in $1 billion. You see where I'm coming from with that? $37,000 for a trolley system we can't afford. $37,000. Proposed $125,000 for a whitewater group, and we got citizens that'll volunteer to do it. Are you ready for this? And I'm glad you're sitting down. And I had to verify this, and Sylvia or Johnny, jump in if I'm wrong, please. It's not South Augusta that I'm upset about. Okay? We're a family. We need to be together. We need to work together. We need to love on each other. South Augusta needs to pull for West Augusta, needs to pull for Harrisburg, needs to pull for my good friends in Hyde Park. But let me tell you something. We spent, anybody remember the number? John Shields got a check for $500,000 to do a study on South Augusta. Is that correct, Sylvia? Johnny, is that correct?
The study of the entire city, with the exception of the part that was already studied in the first one, although now he's incorporating that too.
Okay. $500,000. Let me tell you something. We got a department at ASU, and we got some really smart people in this community. Could we get together as a community and form our own steering group and save that $500,000? So where are we at now? We're at 25, 35, 37. We're at 125,000. We're at 350,000. Now we're almost at $1 million. We're almost at $1 million. And all I've done is said, hey, good God Almighty. Next slide, please. Breaks my heart. I got children. I got grandchildren. And I swear to God, I don't want to be here. We're losing our treasure. What are we going to be as a city? What are we going to be as a city? What's going to differentiate us from Savannah, Columbus? The Patch, my God. I grew up in the Patch. My children Parks and Recreation. We're going to close senior centers, and we're going to have to look at, well, why don't we do with this what we did at the marina? Remember the marina was a big money pit we poured money into, lose money, and we privatized it. And what happened? He's making money. The slips are full. It's an asset. It's an income-generating asset for the city, the past. For Discovery, good God, look how cool this place is. This place is cool. And we take it for granted. But we'll give $20,000 for a bypass surgery, but we won't put $20,000 in Fort Discovery. Excuse me. That is wrong. You talk about bribery allegations. Talk about bribery allegations, and I'm jumping ahead of myself. Somebody needs to look at that and say, what is going on? Where somebody can pick up the phone and have a check cut back to the developer so it goes to somebody. And let me tell you something. I know sheriff deputies whose children are very sick that use $20,000. Jesus Christ. God, we are the world capital of God. God! Callaway Gardens. Look at all the money they get. We have nothing. You go to Cooperstown, what do you find there? Baseball Hall of Fame. You come to Augusta, Georgia, what do you find? You find weeds. Jeez, man. And why don't we open the doors up and ask the garden club to come work? Why don't we take common sense, practical solutions and approach these things and use the people power? Let me tell you something. If a politician will lie to you to get elected, if he will lie to you to get elected, and here's how his song goes, oh, I'm going to reduce taxes. I'm going to take care of you in here. I know your problems. I know everything that's going on down here. And I promise by God, if there's a breath left inside me, I'll fix Harrisburg. But what I really think is, I got my brother's got that painting contract, my other brother's got the demolition contract, and my first cousin, well, he's renting all the houses. He's renting all the houses. But if I will lie to you to get elected, what will I do after I'm elected? You'll lie, and lie some more. Augusta Golf and Gardens, that is a crime. That is a sin, that is a shame. That is, I can't, next slide. Topic we're going to discuss tonight, $8.6 million shortfall. Who's minding the store? Who's running the ship? Pending lawsuits. My God, I forgot about this. Stand up again, please. You. What's your name?
Lori Davis.
Why are you here, Lori Davis?
I'm here because
Nuisance property.
property.
Sit down, please. Right now, you listen to what she said. She's trying to do something about it. Let me tell you what she is. She's an angel. Let me tell you why she's an angel.